News, my lovely, wonderful people. Peter Obi gets involved consigning Beta Edu's suspension over 585 million naira fraud. Peter Obi reacts, and the reaction is causing a lot of, concerns as people begins to speak. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. What exactly is going on? This is a minister, a young minister, one of the youngest minister who has done well up until now that this scandal is coming up. By the way, she has promised to deal with everyone and anyone, if, she's the only one implicated and why they are asking her to resign, saying that hey, what's happening now has become a serious issue, and she knows those who are particularly involved in more massive crime and issues, and nothing has come out of it. She says she's going to spill if anything further goes on in all of this. She's going to spill, and Nigerians will not believe what they will hear. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. 585 million fraud. Peter Obi reacts to Better Edu suspension. And this was what he says has been causing a lot of reaction. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party at the 2023 general election, Peter Obi, has reacted to the recent suspension of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Poverty Alleviation, Better Odu. Reacting to the suspension in a tweet, his official X account on Wednesday, Peter Obi welcomed the suspension of the embittered minister and called for a comprehensive investigation to get everyone found culprit in the corrupt act to book. Late Nigeria report that Peter Obi said it was worrisome that the fraud allegation came at a time while ministers, prosecutors was currently while the former minister was currently being investigated for also a 37 billion fraud. He wrote, "I like to add my voice with most Nigerians concerns about accountability in government and jurisdiction, use of public fund. I welcome the suspension of the Minister of the Humanitarian Affairs, Beth Aldu, and subsequent directives for her investigation. Why the action of the government is welcome and development in the investigation must be comprehensive so that all those culprits are brought to book and made known to Nigerians to see to it that truly they are working. The suspension of the minister should not be a window dress action, but should be a peg to get all those who are diverting and are positioning themselves on this must be brought to book to reveal everyone. By side concerns the allegation of fraudulent diversion of 585 million of public money to Edu's break all humanly speaking protocol, and we must ensure that the right things are done. A system, a comprehensive system where we shut out all forms of irregularity to make sure that Nigeria move forward must be put in place. A truth must be investigated, and we all must come to the right knowing of what is going on in our country. The former minister is being investigated for 37 billion misappropriation fund, and even with the discovery, more is coming out of even funds that they were not aware of. This is a clear indication of how the funds of the country, which should have been used to better the life of the people, is being diverted. We cannot continue to pretend that everything is going on well when we know that truly, sincerely speaking, things are going from bad to worse. Everyone who needs to be investigated must be investigated, and the truth must be brought to book. I join all Nigerians calling for accountability and to solve the problem of public sector corruption in our society. If better is investigated and all those involved from top to bottom are revealed and disciplined, I think that will bring some checks. Now, moving on from there, it will also now mean that there are other people who are in government who also needs to be investigated. Take for instance, the the chief of staff to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We're talking about Femi Gbajubamila was involved in any fraudulent action. Will they follow the same process? I'm just asking a question. Will the proceedings be the same thing? Will they follow the same process to ensure that the right things are done, and that indeed we get to see all that is going on, and ensure that we get to the very bottom of it? So these are part of the things that must be done, and thorough investigation taken and noted, so that at the end of the day, no one is left, in harm's way. So these are things that are happening. And why again and again, every single individual, we cannot give up on what's happening. We must ensure that the right things are done. We must ensure that Nigeria becomes a better place, and that we move on from here and make this nation a better country, not just for one, but for all, so that together we can, we can move things from where it currently is right now and change the course of the nation. So you see, it must be the same across board. It must not be for some people and yet other people, why some people get it free, others are the ones who must go through, if anything is found, they must be the ones to go through, all the disciplinary committee, why others walk free. No, no. It must be the same across board. That way we know that you are fighting corruption. You get me now? Exactly. So Nigeria is moving forward. Things are changing rapidly. The pace may be too slow. That's the thing. I understand. The pace is just too slow that people are wondering, are we ever going to make progress from here? The pace is so slow you cannot begin to imagine. I understand. However, we need to all now stand together and say enough is enough, right? So these are some of the things that are happening. Every single person is watching, and we want to ensure that the truth is being manifested, so that together we can make a headway. If we keep quiet and we say nothing, and we allow, selfish individuals, those who have no iota of concern, to continue to distract and to, and to put this nation in dairy position, you'll be surprised what will follow. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us is bye for now.